Okay. So, so far, any doubts in the yesterday session? Anybody?
No.
No, right? Okay. Good. So, we will be closing the data types concept today itself. Okay. So we will be pending up with date time, and then there are some missed data types. Okay. We will discuss these two, and then we will wind up the data types classes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now give a side heading as a date and time. Date and time. Date and time. Okay. So real time low, like we will be using most of the date and time things on matter. Okay. Done with the side heading.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, ఇంకా మనం n క్యార్ n బార్ క్యార్ ఇంకా ఉన్నాయి డిస్కస్ చేసేది.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah, we have to discuss those two, right? Then why we are jumping into this one? Yeah, now give us editing as a n cat. Sorry, guys. Just strike out the date and time. Give us edit as a n cat. I got confused. N cat. Done, na? Side heading.
Yes.
N cat. Okay. So yesterday I told you, right? Like yesterday we have discussed about cat and we have discussed about var cat, right? So these two are storing the non-Unicode values, non-Unicode values. Correct? So non-Unicode ante enti? Only English. Correct, Andy?
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to nchar and nvarchar, okay, nchar and nvarchar, okay. So it can be storing the Unicode values or matter. It can be storing the Unicode values. So simply, if you want to say, means it can store the universal languages. Universal languages and matter. Okay, na? So this is the major difference between these two. Okay. There is a one more major difference. Okay. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు క్యార్ లో varchar లో 1 character is equals to 1 byte అని చెప్పాను కరెక్టా అండి?
Yes.
Right. But when it comes to nchar and nvarchar, 1 character is equals to 2 bytes అన్నమాట. Understanding?
No.
Char and varchar లో మనకు 1 character is equals to 1 byte. Okay. nchar and nvarchar లో 1 character is equals to 2 bytes అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? సో సో ఇక్కడ మనకు క్యారెక్టర్ అనేవి మనకు 8000 bytes స్టోర్ చేసుకుంటా ఉంది, రైటా అండి?
Yes.
Right, guys, which means it can store the 8000 characters. Okay, but when it comes to nchar and nvarchar, it can store only 4000 characters. Okay, because it can be storing only 8000 bytes. ఎందుకంటే 1 character is equals to 2 bytes అయినప్పుడు 4000 into 2 ఎంత అండి? 8000 bytes కదా, రైటా?
Yes.
Okay, let me explain for one more time. You will be confused. Okay, so మనకు char లో varchar లో 1 character is equals to 1 byte. Okay, but when it comes to nchar and nvarchar, 1 character is equals to 2 bytes అన్నమాట. ఇక్కడ వరకు క్లియర్ అందరూ?
Yes.
Okay, when it comes to storage size, okay, it can also store 8000 bytes. It can also store 8000 bytes అన్నమాట. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకు 1 character is equals to 1 byte అయినప్పుడు it can store 8000 characters, which means 8000 bytes, right? Okay, but ఇక్కడ చూసారంటే మీరు ఇక్కడ 1 character is equals to 2 bytes అన్నమాట. It can also store 8000 bytes, but ఇక్కడ మనకు it can store only 4000 characters. ఎందుకు అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకు ఒక character is equals to 2 bytes అయినప్పుడు then 4000 into 2 is 4000 into 2 is equals to 8000, right?
Yes.
So it can store only 4000 characters అన్నమాట. Understanding?
Yes.
ఇది క్లియర్ అండి అందరికి?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So there is only 2 people responding. What about Hari Krishna and Sanju Shetty? Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the major difference between these two. Okay, so this is one of the interview questions. So they might ask you a question like, so give me the differences between char and varchar versus nchar and nvarchar. Okay, So at that time you have to explain these things to the interviewer. Understanding, guys?
Okay.
So now next, give us highlighting as a NCAT. Then we will start writing the notes. And then yesterday I got one feedback like give our notes like a PPT. Guys, I'm really sorry, we cannot give you PPTs. Okay. So because of some data concerns, so if we give a PPT and then like it will be get spread to everyone. Okay. That's why we are not providing you the PPTs. So instead of that, we will be giving you the interview questions in a document. Okay. You can use however you want. You can. Okay.
Okay.
So give us heading as a NCAT. NCAT.
Yes.
So NCAT is a fixed length data type. NCAT is a fixed length data type. NCAT is a fixed length data type. It can store universal language. Bracket lo English kuda రాస్తుంది. It can store universal language including English and పెట్టుకోండి. ఇది ఇంకా చాలా బాగుంటుంది. It can store universal language including English. Technical గా చెప్పాలంటే it can be called as a Unicode values అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా?
Okay.
Technically we can call it as a Unicode values. Technically we can call it as a Unicode values.
Anna, repeat once, Anna.
Okay. NCAT is a fixed length data type. NCAT is a fixed length data type. NCAT is a fixed length data type. It can store universal languages. It can store universal languages including English, including English, including English. Technically we can call it as technically we can call it as Unicode values. UNICODE. Unicode values. Unicode values. Done?
Yes.
Right on the next.
Sure, Anna.
1 second. Right on the next part. 1 character is equals to 2 bytes. 1 character is equals to 2 bytes because 1 character is equals to 2 bytes because it is storing Unicode values because it is storing Unicode values. Because it is storing Unicode values. Done, Adi?
Yes.
Okay. NCAR can store up to 4,000 bytes. NCAR can store up to 4,000 bytes. NCAR can store up to 4,000 bytes. Due to 1 character is equals to 2 bytes. Due to 1 character is equals to 2 bytes. Due to one character is equals to 2 bytes. Done, Andy?
Yes, sir.
Understood, right? So why it is storing 4000 bytes?
Yes.
ఓకే ఎందుకంటే మనకు ఎన్ క్యార్ లో ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ అనేది మనకు 2 bytes కి ఈక్వల్ అన్నమాట ఓకే సో ద రీజన్ బీయింగ్ వాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ యూనికోడ్ వాల్యూస్ బట్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ అన్ని ఏంటంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ అ నాన్ యూనికోడ్ వాల్యూస్ రైట్ సో నాన్ యూనికోడ్ వాల్యూస్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 క్యారెక్టర్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 byte బట్ when it comes to యూనికోడ్ 1 క్యారెక్టర్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 2 bytes అన్నమాట ఓకేనా
Okay.
ఇట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్ టు ఎవ్రీబడి రైట్
Yes.
okay so now give a side heading as a n varchar n varchar give us heading as a n varchar n varchar done na?
Yes.
Okay same point write down n varchar can store universal languages n varchar can store universal languages which is not a fixed length which is not a fixed length which is not fixed length okay here also same point one character is equals to 2 bytes next point only one character is equals to 2 bytes one character is equals to 2 bytes so that it can store 4000 characters only so that it can store 4000 characters only so that it can store 4000 characters only done Andy?
Yes.
Okay so next main point which is not a fixed length and we'll conclude with the this point okay n varchar is not a fixed length data type done సో ఇందులో మనకు మేజర్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అంటే లైక్ లాంగ్వేజ్ సపోర్ట్ చేసేది అనమాట ఓకేనా సో మనకు ఎన్ varchar యూనివర్సల్ లాంగ్వేజ్ సపోర్ట్ చేస్తాయి ఇంక్లూడింగ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ but varchar it can store only English languages okay na but one varchar one character is equals to 1 byte so that it can store 8000 characters is equals to 8000 bytes but when it comes to varchar and n varchar one character is equals to 2 bytes so that it can store 4000 characters is equals to 8000 bytes understanding guys
Yes.
so one of the interview question major important question okay so please remember these questions okay na
Mm.
okay so now we will jump into the date and time date and time date and time done with the side heading
Yes.
okay right on. We have different types of date and time data types which are listed below don't write down write down date small date time date time too and then we have one more thing called time okay so but we don't store time at all at any cost okay, whenever if you want to store the time means we will store along with the date done with the data types guys
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Now give a side heading as a date. Date. Done? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, so write down. So date can store up to the range of, date can store up to the range of, okay. So write down this. So one more point, you no need to explain these things in the interview. Okay, so you just explain that data type will store to, it will store only the date and that's all. Okay, so if you remember the range, you can explain. So this is the range. Okay, this is the size 3 bytes. Okay, once done means please let me know.
Done with it.
Done, huh? Okay. So next one is a small date time. Small date time. Small date time can store date along with the time. Small date time can store date along with the time. Along with the time and చెప్పి you write down like this. So at the end, if you want to mention the time, so hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, the same thing can mention here also. 0, 0, 0. Okay, this is a 4 bytes one. Okay. Yeah, up to the range and చెప్పేసి then రాసుకోండి.
Mm,
Done, huh?
yeah.
Yes.
Done.
Good. So next one, date time. Date time. Date time. Date time can store date along with the time. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంట్రా అంటే మనకు రేంజెస్ సైజ్ తప్ప మిగతా అవన్నీ సేమ్ డెఫినేషన్స్ అనమాట. ఓకేనా,
Oh,
అప్ టు ద రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ అని చెప్పుకునేసి దీన్ని రాసుకున్నట్టు. At the end of date and time, okay, I will give you the date format, how it gonna store. Done, huh?
yes.
Okay. Next, date time 2. Date time 2. Date time 2. Done, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So date time 2 can store along date with the time. Just a second. Okay, so this is one of the biggest data type in the date and time matter. Okay, no? So it can store lots of nanoseconds as well. Okay. So it can store up to the range అని చెప్పేసి 0001 01 01 అని చెప్పేసి ఇవి మొత్తం మన నానో సెకండ్స్ అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా. సో నార్మల్ గా మనకు 00 వరకు సెకండ్స్ స్టోర్ చేసుకుంటుంది, బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద డాట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ఏ వాట్ నానో సెకండ్స్ అన్నమాట. కరెక్టా. సో ఇట్ కెన్ స్టోర్ అప్ టు 7 నానో సెకండ్స్, 7 ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ నానో సెకండ్స్. ఓకే.
Okay.
So why we are considering nanoseconds also, like if whenever they are launching any rocket, okay, so they will be capturing with the seconds also, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that time also we have to use this one. And then main thing, so nowadays, like almost all few of the space agencies is trying to use in the database of MS SQL server. Okay.
Okay.
Take down this one. In real time, we most probably use date time 2 or small date time. Okay, na? These two data types we will be using mostly in the real time. Done, Andy?
Wait, Anna.
Yeah, please take down, No issues. So tomorrow's schedule will be update you shortly. Okay, in the chat, in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so probably you might expect a holiday tomorrow.
Okay.
So that you will get a lot of time to get practice whatever the concept has been finished. So once done means please let me know. Okay, finish Andy content.
Yes, Anna.
Okay, yeah. So now write on the date format. This is for all over. Okay. ప్రతి ఒక్క డేట్ ఫంక్షన్ కి ప్రతి ఒక్క డేటా టైప్ కి అప్లికేబుల్ డేట్ ఫార్మాట్ అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా.
Okay.
Date format. If you want to store time, you can store. Okay. And then one more thing, okay, so if you want to store time, you can store. If not, it's your, it's up to you on what, okay, no?
Okay.
This is optional one. Okay, but this is mandatory. Okay. So in real time, we used to follow the same format only. The year, month, and date. If you want to store hours, minutes, and seconds with a fraction of nanoseconds, you can able to store like this. This is common for all the date and time data types. Okay, now.
Okay.
So this is one of the considerable interview question. Okay, so if you want, you can able to give a star for this. Done, Adi?
Yes.
Okay. So next we will be discussing some MISC data types. Okay. So those are not that much important, but knowing is important. Okay. MISC. So అందులో ఫస్ట్ వన్ వచ్చేసి మనీ MONEY మనీ. డనా?
Yeah.
ఓకే. సో మనకేంట్రా అంటే మనీ అనేది కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇంటీజర్ న్యూమరిక్ డేటా టైప్ ఉంది కదండి మనకు. Okay, so part of that one only, but okay, but no one will use it because we have a decimal, right? So decimal use చేసుకుంటారు అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? సో ఇది చూసారంటే మనకు ఇట్ కెన్ స్టోర్ 4 డెసిమల్ పాయింట్స్ అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? బట్ ఇది కాన్స్టెంట్, ఇట్ కెన్ స్టోర్ ఓన్లీ 4 డెసిమల్ పాయింట్స్. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు స్టోర్ మోర్ దెన్ 4 మీన్స్ you have to end up with the decimal points only, right? That's why we will be not using the money data type అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా?
Okay.
But knowing is important. Take down this one. Money can store up to the range of these numbers. Okay. The storage size will be 8 bytes. సో అర్థమవుతుందా? సో మనం డెసిమల్ కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, సో లైక్ ఇఫ్ ఐ మెన్షన్ decimal of 10,5. Okay, so 10 numeric point 5 decimal points store చేసుకోవచ్చు. బట్ ఇక్కడ మనకి అలా కాదనమాట. ఓకే, యూ కెన్ నాట్ డిఫైన్ ఎనీథింగ్. ఇఫ్ యూ జస్ట్ డిఫైన్ ద మనీ మీన్స్ you can able to store like this with a 4 decimal point. But if I want to store more than 4 decimal points means I have to go with the decimal or I have to go with the numeric anamata. Okay now?
Okay.
Okay, so for that reason we will be not using the money data type anamata. Okay. Once done means please let me know. We will go with the different data type. Done, Andy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Next, give a side heading as a bit, BIT. BIT, bit. One of the important data type. Okay. Done with the side heading?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So write down. So bit can store Boolean values, either 0 or 1. Okay, bit can store Boolean values, either 0 or 1. So 0 ante enti? False, right? 1 ante true. Okay, so manaku true or false store avadu. Okay, it can store either 0 or 1 anamata. Okay na? It can store only these two values, 0 or 1. bit can store Boolean values either 0 or 1. Other than that, it will not store anything. Okay. Other than that, it will not store anything. Okay. So if you are trying to store 2, okay, but it will store it as a 1 only. Okay, Nandi?
Yeah.
Okay, so with 3 ఇచ్చిన 1 store 10 ఇచ్చిన 1 store చేసుకుంటుంది అనమాట. Okay, because it can store either 0 or 1. Done?
Yes.
Storage size will be 1 byte. 1 byte. Storage size will be 1 byte. Done?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the most important things. Okay, so and then we have one more thing. Yeah, forgot to give you the data type, which is a var of max. Okay, var of max. Let me give the text. var of max. So ఇప్పుడు మనకు maximum storage of var ఎంత అండి మనకు maximum storage ఎంత 8000 bytes కరెక్టా 8000 characters. Yes or no, guys? When we give var of 8000 means that is a maximum. Avuna kada? So if you see the notebook means it can store only 8000 characters అని చెప్పాను. Avuna kada?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you want to store more than 8000 characters, so what we have to do? Okay. This will be the scenario question in the interview. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So manaku interview. So in the interview, how they can ask me? So in var or non-var anything, we can store up to the 8000 bytes, right? But I want to store more than 8000 bytes. Then what is your approach? Okay. So this will be the question in the interview. Then how you have to answer this? Okay. So we have to go with the var of max because it can support up to 2 GB of data storage. Understanding?
Okay.
It can store up to 2 GB of data. Understanding? Any confusions in this? Guys, I need answer. If you are confused, please let me know. I'll try to explain for one more time. Hare Krishna, clear ID, var of max.
Yes.
Hey, Jashvi,
Oh, yes. Yes. It is clear.
Ravi,
Yes, sir.
Sanju Shetty, Shravani Reddy.
Yes, sir.
Clear, no? Yeah. Okay, so give a side heading as a var of max. Var of max. Done? Na?
Yes.
Right. Var of max can support up to var of max can support up to 2 GB of data storage. Two GB of data storage. Then Ali,
Yes.
okay, you can give a star marks for this one. Okay, this is scenario based interview question. Okay, scenario based. Yeah. So next one will be, so now we next ఇప్పుడు చెప్పే data types అని ఏంటంటే explanation ఏమీ ఉండదు. Okay, so I will be just giving you the data types. Okay, because right now this is not that much important. When we go in deeper to the concept, at that time those are the importance. Okay.
Okay.
So those things were like tables. Table is also one of the data type. Okay, so you will come to know when we discuss about the table variables. Okay, Nandi?
Okay.
Table, XML, then cursor. Okay, so cursor is an outdated concept. Okay, so that's why we'll be not touching it. Okay, Nandi?
Okay.
Text and is konundi. Yeah, so these are the things is enough. Okay, so
Okay.
take down these things. Done na?
Yes.
Okay, So next, I will give you some verbal explanation about some advanced data types. Okay, so those are not that much important, but knowledge is important. If you want to take down the points, you can take down when I'm giving verbally the verbal. Okay. సో మనకు డేటా టైప్స్ లో 2 టైప్స్ ఉంటాయన్నమాట అండి. ఓకేనా? సో హౌ మెనీ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ డేటా టైప్స్ we have 2 types of data types. Okay, so the one will be system defined data types. The one will be what? System defined data types. Okay, so those where we have discussed before. Okay, which means the numeric character date cursor ఇవన్నీ మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాం కదా. ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే మనకు సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్ డేటా టైప్స్ అన్నమాట. అర్థమవుతుందా? సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్ డేటా టైప్స్. ఓకే,
Okay.
the second one is like user defined data type. Okay,
Okay.
user defined data types. దీన్ని మనం షార్ట్ కట్ లో ఏమంటామంటే టైప్స్ అని అంటాం అన్నమాట. అండర్స్టాండింగ్? ఇన్ ద షార్ట్ కట్ వి కాల్ ఇట్ as what? టైప్స్. ఓకే, సో ఈ టైప్స్ ని మనం ఎలా యూజ్ చేస్తాము అంటే, ఓకే, సో కొందరు ఉంటారన్నమాట. ఓకే, ప్రో హ్యాకర్స్, కొంతమంది ఏమంటారు, ప్రో హ్యాకర్స్ ఉంటారు అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో వాళ్ళకి మనము డేటా టైప్స్ డిఫైన్ చేసాం అనుకో, దే కెన్ ఈజీలీ కమ్ టు నో. ఓకే, సో మనం ఇంటీజర్ ని ఇంటిలా డిఫైన్ చేయమన్నమాట. ఇంటీజర్ ని మనం ఏంటి ఇంటిలా డిఫైన్ చేయమన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో వి విల్ బి డిఫైనింగ్ యాజ్ అ బ్యాంక్ నెంబర్. ఓకే, వి విల్ బి డిఫైనింగ్ యాజ్ అ ఎంప్లాయీ ఐడి యాజ్ అ డేటా టైప్. ఓకే, సో మనకు ఈ ఇంటీజర్ ని మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఇలా నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్ చేస్తాం అన్నమాట. అండర్స్టాండింగ్? ఈ యొక్క ఇంటీజర్ సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్ డేటా టైప్ ని మనం ఏమంటే దీన్ని రీనేమ్ చేస్తాం అన్నమాట. అర్థమవుతుందా? రీనేమ్ అంటే జస్ట్ ఫర్ యూజర్ పర్పస్, నాట్ ఫర్ ద సిస్టమ్ పర్పస్. ఓకే, ఇది మనకు ఇంటీజర్ లానే ఉంటది. ఓకేనా? బట్ ఈ ఇంటీజర్ ని మనం ఒక రెప్లికేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుని, ఒక రెప్లికేషన్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద సిమిలర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో ఇంటీజర్ ని ఒక సిమిలర్ లా మనం ఇంకోలా క్రియేట్ చేసుకుని దానికి వేరే నేమ్ ఇస్తాం అన్నమాట. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Okay.
సో దీన్ని మనం ఏమంటామంటే యూజర్ డిఫైన్ డేటా టైప్స్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఆర్ వీ కెన్ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ అ టైప్స్. ఓకే, so these types will be used very rarely. Okay, there is a only 0.001% chance is there to use the types అన్నమాట. Okay, instead of that people will go with this thing only, system defined data types only. Okay,
Okay.
because when why people will not why people are not using means the types create చేసాం అనుకోండి. Understand very carefully. When we create these types, okay, it needs some storage. Avuna? It needs some storage. Endukante we are creating, right? So see, for example, if you want to create something, see, if you want to buy something, first of all in your home there has to be some place. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so alane if you are creating something in the SQL server, okay, there has to be some space అన్నమాట. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yes.
Okay, so space లేకుండా మనం ఏం చేయలేం. So that's why when you create a user thinks anything, మీరు యూజర్ ది ఏమన్నా క్రియేట్ చేయండి. ఓకేనా? దట్ నీడ్స్ టు హ్యావ్ అ స్టోరేజ్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో ఇట్ విల్ కన్జ్యూమ్ అ స్టోరేజ్. సో దట్స్ వై ఇన్ ద రియల్ టైమ్ టైప్స్ విల్ బి యూజ్డ్ వెరీ రేర్లీ. ఓకే, ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పీపుల్ విల్ యూజ్ సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్ డేటా టైప్స్. Is that clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the only reason to avoid the types అన్నమాట. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next thing. Okay, so that is about all about data types, guys. Okay, this is in-depth concept. Okay, so next, so in upcoming classes, okay, we will be discussing about the commands anamata. Okay,
Okay.
I can say commands is a heart of the SQL server. Okay, commands are the heart of the SQL server. Why? Because without commands you cannot instruct or you cannot command to the SQL server అన్నమాట. Understanding?
Okay.
కమాండ్స్ లేకుండా మనం ఎటువంటి క్వరీ కూడా రాయలేము. ఓకే, సో టు కమ్యూనికేట్ విత్ ద SQL server you have to write down the query. Okay, with the query only you can able to communicate with the SQL server. Okay, so to build the query we have to know about the commands. Okay, so without commands you cannot do anything. That's it. Okay, so now you can assume how much important commands contain. Okay, so I can say this is the base pillar of the SQL server. Okay,
Okay.
commands lekunda you cannot do anything, you cannot write any query. That is it, guys. Okay, so if you want to discuss about the commands means you have to install the SQL servers. Okay, so ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి మెషిన్ ల్యాప్టాప్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదండి.
Yes.
ఓకే, సో మీ ల్యాప్టాప్స్ SQL servers ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిపోయి ఉన్నాయా? I think Tejashvi has done with the installation.
Yeah.
So, what about Hari Krishna?
Yeah, I have downloaded it.
Praveen?
Yes, sir. Download it, sir.
And I mean, download చేసుకోవడం కాదు, ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నారు కదా.
Yes, sir.
Shravani Reddy?
No.
Okay, Sanju Shetty? Sanju Shetty? Install the SQL server.
Bye.
I don't have.
Try to install before Monday, okay? Because without the SQL server, I cannot able to proceed. Okay, I need everyone to be installed with the SQL server. Okay, because from Monday onwards, it is going to be a practical session. Okay, now.
Okay.
Okay, for you to practice, you should require the SQL server. Okay. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you to please have a SQL server in your missions. So, any questions as of now in the session, today's session?
No.
No.
No, right?
No.
Okay. So next, on one more thing. So till now, how was the class, guys?
It's very good.
So is it easy to understandable? And what about notes? What about notes, guys? So do I need to go very slower or do I need to go faster? Like how?
No. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so because from Monday onwards, we are going to start the practical session. Okay, and as well as along with the running notes. Okay, so we have to be like handle both in hand by hand. Okay.
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 Okay, that's why I'm asking. Okay, so it's my sincere request to please try to install the SQL servers before Monday. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow we are going to take a leave. Okay. So the leave in the sense, don't take a rest. Okay. Try to practice all the session, all the topics we watch, whichever we have discussed. Okay, Nandi?
Okay.
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 So today's concept is completed. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. If not, we will wind up the call. Anything related to subject, related to non-subject, related to job, related to interview point of view, you can ask anything.
No.
I'm ready to answer your questions. Okay, coming to the subject. Okay, leave subject on our head. Okay, so we will give you as much as subject possible. Okay,
Okay.
we will give you everything real-time scenarios only. Okay, and then at the end of the concept, we will give you the interview questions also. Okay, so in between the concepts also, we will give you the interview questions. Okay, you have to practice it. Okay, so కొంతమంది ఏమంటే further interviews కోసమే separate sessions prepare చేసుకుంటారు. Okay, those are the useless. Okay, because what I'm trying to do is after finishing the concept, there has to be interview questions. Okay, at the end of the concept, you can practice the interview questions so that you can perfect in that particular concept. Okay, so that is our aim. Yeah, that is it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to give any suggestions now, okay, if not, that's also fine.
Nothing from my side.
Okay, thank you. So yesterday I was very happy. Everybody filled a feedback form. That's very good sign. Okay, so everybody has a feedback form with you.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, okay. So those who were not having, okay, so I'm sharing you again. So please try to save this link with you. Okay, so from tomorrow, from Monday onwards, you have to follow the same. Okay, okay. So if no question, shall I stop recording the class?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So try to finish the practice sessions today itself. Take a rest tomorrow. Okay. So if not, you can take, you can practice tomorrow as well. But try to finish the practice by today itself. Okay, Nandi? And then one more thing. Those who were not finished with the task, I have seen only Tejashvi and then Shravani Reddy's pics only. Okay, but I have not seen the other people answers. Okay, so that's why I'm giving you the gap to you. Okay, I want everyone to be answer your questions, guys. Okay, I need your answers in your in the chart window. Clear, everybody? Please
Yes,
try to
sir.
finish the task. Okay, so Tejashvi, so you are doing a great job. Shravani Reddy, great job. Okay, so I want
Thank you.
I want to praise other people also. Please try to finish your task.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Have a
Okay.
good day to everyone. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
You guys, please fill the feedback form, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.